Hey everybody, this is going to be pretty much a whole episode of Gwent. So if you don't like Gwent, sorry. If you do, like, comment, and sub, and let's get into it.
Cuts. Be careful you do not trample any herbs.
Okay, don't trample any herbs. Gotcha. Right, this is going to be a Gwent portion, so it's probably going to be quite a while. And so you can skip over it if you don't want to watch the Gwent, which is cool. I understand, not for everybody. Right, there are two ways you can set up the Skellige deck. One is to put all in on like the type bonds and maybe use the weather thing, the weather part of it, and get the alternative leader card, which the brand 1 units only lose half their strength in bad weather conditions. That's what I'd recommend for most people, is to go with like the type bond and pure strength and use that card. So you have to win that. That's one of the cards you have to win, even though it's a leader. The other one, this shuffles all the players back from the graveyard into their decks, which is really cool but quite complicated, or can be complicated. That's my favourite. That's my favourite way of playing it, and I play it with the I play it with the like Mardrome type things, I think they're called. The Mardromes, these berserkers and stuff, where you can transform them. But you have to win those Mardrome cards and Ermion, the sort of, is it champion? They call champion cards? Hero cards. I'm thinking of LOR. So yeah, anyway. You start off with this really basic deck, and it's not very good. And you don't want to have any of the Mardrome cards in that really, if you're doing that. So you're gonna have a few of these 4s and stuff like that. It's not a great deck to start with. I mean, might as well have this one because it's a 4. So yeah, we're gonna start with the basic number of cards. It's quite difficult to win games early on, especially because I've got the Gwent difficulty set to hard because I'm a muppet. So yeah, we're gonna play this, and we're gonna play with like the minimum amount of betting, try and win, and just get some cards together and gradually improve the deck. Yeah, so Herb Schmerb, let's play some Gwent. Right. Right, let's try this, see if we can win. The Gaunter Dim cards are not from the Skellige deck, they are Hearts of Stone cards. So we've got them there. What do we want to get rid of? We want to get rid of, we definitely want the light longship, but only one of them. These are all 6s, those are really strong, that's good. Burner's really good, Scorch might be useful. I'm okay with this. Okay, well that's a bit better, so, right. So decent starting hand, let's see how we can do with this. See what they get. We'll go with, we'll also put this here. Try and get them to play some stronger cards. Might try and scorch them eventually. See how it goes. Alright, that's interesting. Right, so now we can put these two down. So this would be like playing an 8 strength card, which is pretty good. And that's also pretty good because it lets us scorch that and then bring one back. So we'll scorch this because their only option, the only medic, you've only got the medic card. The only medic card you've got would be this one, and Mysterious Elf, I was going to say, is the only spy card. But they've got that and I don't, because I haven't done any Gwent yet, so that'll be one of the things that we do try and get pretty early. But we'll have to play a whole load of Gwent before we get it, so there are no spies in this deck other than that, which sucks. So what else can we do? Okay, we can do this. Play Madman back again. How many cards have they got? 7. Oh yeah, because they got the spy. Oh dear. Oh, they've what? Why has she got 2? Oh, forget that some of them have this scrubby thing where they get 2 scorches. That sucks. Right. I'm probably gonna have to pass this then. God damn it. Right, well, we're gonna lose this first round. That sucks. Right, so the Skellige graveyard thing, you can get rid of everything in the graveyard, and then at the start of round 2 it brings back 2 cards. So what I'll do is I'll have to win this next round, and then I'll try and get it so that the graveyard just has I'll bring back Burner and one of these, and if you have Burner, then when it brings, you try and get it so you have 3 cards in your graveyard, or there's a higher chance of you getting the getting Burner to bring back an extra card. And you can so like these go into your graveyard now, right? So I've got my leader ability, which can shuffle one of these back. So for example, this is a problem. I've lost. Oh, god damn it. This is why it's really difficult when you start off with this crappy deck. So I'll try and win, but it's going to be difficult. So I'll bring this light logship, and then right. So first we get rid of the graveyard. There's nothing else to bring back. This is going to mean that they start off with 16 points in round 2 though, because these will go to their graveyard. These are the only 2 things in there, and they'll start off with 16 points, whereas I'll start off with like either 8 or 10, or maybe bring back a couple of these. I'm going to lose this game basically. It sucks. Whatever. Anyway, this is what you do. So I'd win this game, blah blah blah, and then they've got 4 cards and they bring back 16 to start with anyway, so lose this game. That sucks. Right, but basically that was what part of my strategy there was to, yeah, alright, get off. Right, so we both start with 16 there, but they've got 4 cards and I've got like none. So yeah, so what happened was I'd sent one of these to the graveyard, the longships. I'd brought one back, so the only 2 cards in my graveyard were one longship and the other had been sent back to my deck, and the burner card, which is the medic, and then these 2. So I actually got lucky. I got the best, one of the best draws I could get. I got one of these, and then I got the burner as one of them. So burner triggered, letting me have another one. This came back, and because this had been sent back to my deck, not my graveyard, it summoned it back. So if I'd have had the other one of these as well, I could have had all 3 summoned, but whatever. So I do this, and unless they have 4 cards that somehow don't total, 6 points, that I lose. Yeah, whatever. So early on, you're gonna have to get pretty lucky with these things, if I'm honest. I might try and go get some of the better cards and then come back to her. And this is why I don't bet high amounts when you're starting off, because you're gonna have to grind out some wins and play a few. It's pretty tricky. I could just put the Gwent difficulty down, obviously, but I'm not about that life. I don't know why. I'm just stubborn. I might do later. We'll see. Not going to be a whole lot of stuff to decoy back. I've not got burner. Should have got rid of one of those Gaunter cards, to be honest, because this is just even harder than it needs to be, which is very irritating, but whatever. Get rid of this. Yeah, I'm probably going to lose this as well. A really bad start. Alright, so summon one of those from the deck, but we're already at a card disadvantage because, oh my life. Yeah, this is going to be frustrating whilst this deck's so bad, to be honest. Get him to play something else. Oh, frick. So she keeps getting Mysterious Elf, and she got the other ones as well. So some of them are quite difficult, so yeah, whatever. Might have to sort this out a little bit later. See what they end up playing here. Oh, they passed. Okay, well that's cool. So I can shuffle these back, and then I can just play one card. I could have actually played the longship and got both of them back. That was stupid. Oh well, never mind. It'll work out to the same thing, essentially. But alright, so now they've got a ton of cards, so we'll see what they get. But basically, I play everything and then see what they end up with. If they play Ceres, then it's just like, you know, whatever. Don't want to play both of these crack. These are your best cards at the start, because you have 3 of those, and that's why I didn't want to play both of them until I can try and see if they will play a Villain Tretameth, but they might have another one as well, so it might be unavoidable. But Right, so that's that. Now, given that they might have another villain Tresameth, I want to play that before I try and get that played before I double up the Scorch row. So if they're going to play it, they're going to play it now. There's not a lot I can do about it because they'll have more turns than me anyway. Right, but it looks like they don't. So I can double up one of these rows. If the last one's villain Tresameth, I would have expected them to play it there. I think that because they've got a lot in, the safest play is to put this here, because they're not going to put weather on that. They're not going to put weather on that particular. They're not going to put weather on that particular row, on this ranged row, because most of their strength is there as well. So that was the safer play. Oh, that wasn't too painful.
Do not trample any hooks.
Yeah. Right, so what else have we got? We don't want to be doing the Manticore quest, we want to be doing the Gwent quest. We just established that this was the Gwent one. Who else have we got to play? Who's this person? Right, I'll just do them in terms of geographically. Most of them. I do remember. I was looking at the list. Just one minute. Sorry, I was drinking. Can't remember if this guy's any good. A lot of them are pretty good, to be honest. There's a couple that are really good. A couple of really good players. So you have to be very careful of those. So I've got one of the Mardromes there. So we've got 2 Mardromes now. Not worth having the Mardromes until you have the young Berserker, I don't think. It's all about like playing the odds really. So let's have a look. I want to get the Olaf card. I was having a look at the list for that. Right, so monsters, we definitely want to keep the Biting Frost for monsters. That is not a great card, but it is ranged siege at least. Right, so we'll get rid of this one. And then we don't want 2 of the Gaunt cards, so we immediately get rid of that as well. You only ever want 1 of your muster cards of the same type. Alright. Unfortunately, I have still got a few of these, so if you can sort of bait them into playing a ton of the right, so that doubles the strength of close combat. If I can bait them into playing a bunch of those, and then muster cards and things, like if they'll play the vampire or one of those. Oh, that's going to be quite tricky. Okay. So I either have to forfeit this one. There's no point in me playing either of these, so I'll play these next round because I'll have to win the next round, assuming I don't win this one. So I'll try and bait them into playing some big muster card. Might not be able to do that too well. Let's have a look. Right, I'm actually going to use one of these just because I don't have a ton of options. And there you go. Right, so that gets them to use one of their big cards there. Those are all doubled up. So if I was to use this, then I would lose a lot of points as well. But they've already used one of their muster cards, and I still have the Biting Frost, and most of my strength is in other things. And they only get to keep 1 card per round, whereas for the last round I actually get to keep quite a few. So let's have a look. Right, mercifully they were stupid and they took one of the other cards. So now the problem with the monster card is they get to muster again if I send it to the graveyard. So I've got like a bit of a tactical decision to make there. See what they do? Right, they passed. Okay, brill. So if I send everything to the graveyard, then I will get 2 of these cards back. So I don't actually want to use my leader ability because it's better for me to basically, if I send these back to the graveyard, I think they took one of these. Oh no, they didn't. Did they take back the Frightener? They took back the Frightener. Right, so if they'd have kept one of the Aracast, then I couldn't have sent everything back to the graveyard. I'm pretty sure they didn't though. Alright, let's have a look. So what do I want to do? I still don't want to use my leader card. I just want to play a card and then get these back. Right. I'm going to win this. I get 2 cards back, and they only get to keep the 1. So I start off with an advantage there, and then I get to play these. So unless they have a weather card for that row, I'm actually in pretty good shape. So they can have quite a lot of strength there, but I'll just make sure that if they have Yennefer, they can't bring anything back, because I have nothing to bring these back now anyway. So they've got the Frightener and whatever the other card was that they took back. It was another normal melee card. Yeah, that werewolf. So they've only actually got 1 that I don't know about, and I'll get the last turn, so I can put the Biting Frost down. So if they've got clear weather, they can't use it before I use this. And there I win. Yay. Sweet. I didn't actually do the math then, I knew it was going to balance out like that, but I shouldn't have played that Biting Frost because they had a hero card, so yeah. That Clan Demon Pirate is such a weird card to use. I might add it to the deck, but I'm not 100% sure. It can be good, but it's a Scorch card as well as being relatively strong, so it can Scorch itself and you can bring it back from the graveyard, which is a real problem with the ability in the 3rd round. This guy! Oh, I should have seen if that guy had any... sometimes they've got stuff to buy. I should have had a look, but yeah, whatever. Right, nothing there. Can sell some of this stuff. Yeah, whatever. None of this food's going to make any difference, so I can just sell literally whatever I want. It's not going to make any difference in the long run of the game, but yeah, whatever. And it doesn't take up any inventory weight, so it doesn't matter. You do get like reasonable prices for Everloose sometimes, so get a bit for that. And this guy you win the Olaf card from, which is pretty cool.
Care for a round of Gwent?
Of course. I'm choosing not to add that Clan Demon Pirate because it's a weird one. I'm not particularly keen on it. This is what you want. This is drawing the nuts. The Uncrate Warrior. One of the Gaunter cards, and I don't want to mulligan anything else because I only want 1 of those darkness cards, so it's not worth the risk, in quote unquote. So we're going to start with this. Depending on how these go, will depend on what we want to do with the actual now I could Scorch those, but I'll see what else they play first. Yeah, because they Scorched that one. So then I could Scorch these if I wanted, but I think I'll leave it in place in case they have like Keris or something else. Okay. I want to keep the decoy for Burner, because I always want to keep Burner if we can. Maybe use 2 of their Scorches, which is good. See now, what do I want to do here? I want to keep Burner, basically. So if I take her, it depends on what they play. Because... Right, they do that. If I play Scorch, then I am leaving myself open to if they have Keris later in the game. So I could just double up this row. And then we'll see what happens. I've got Dandelion, which is not a huge thing. So again, it all hinges on, you have to sort of almost play around them having Keris, because if they have it, then it's a real problem. But it doesn't look like they do. And I should be able to manipulate this with Burner in the second one, so hopefully they pass this. Right, fantastic. So they've only got 1 card left, and I will clear Yeah, basically, you'll see in this. You'll see in the next round. I'll clear what they've got. So they have to play. I win this first round, unless their last card is Keris. If it is Keris, if it is Ceres, Ceres. If it is Ceres, then I just win. So we'll see. Right. So first things first. Before they use their leader card, I want to bring back one of the type bond cards. So I can either bring this back, which would be mean I'd have 12 for the last game, or I could bring back a Clan and Crate Warrior, which is what I want to do. And then they've no cards left. Oh, cool. So yeah, basically I clear this, and it means that the only two cards in my graveyard are those two, and so they'll bring it back. So I could play this as well, but it doesn't really matter. I've won because they've no cards, and I've just cleared their graveyard, so they've nothing to bring back either. So there we go. Because I win anyway, and that gets you the Olaf card, which is awesome. So if that had gone to the third round, they had nothing in their graveyard, and basically that would have meant that rather fantastically, I would have brought back 2 cards and they had nothing to bring back. Olaf, look at that card, absolute beast. What a card, just an absolute monster. So if you're starting playing the games in this sort of area, that's one of the ones that you would really want to focus on getting first. So it's a really good one to get. Right, let's have a look where we're going. Who else is next? Why is it not showing them on the map? Oh, because I've only got exploration, duh. Right, okay. So these are our quest ones. Who have we got? Okay. I don't remember what that person gives. One of these is the Ducal Camerlengo, which is that one. Now I actually really like the default leader ability, but you can just get the easier one, which is the weather one, and you get it from him, the Ducal Camerlengo. So I could go and get that. I could play these people. There's a couple that you really want to get, and I can't remember who's who. That is the Perfumery Merchant, who is really good and has a really good Nilfgaard deck, but I seem to remember you get a pretty good card from him as well. We'll go play him first, I think. We'll try and beat him. Nah, I've changed my mind almost instantly. I don't remember the other person being that good, but I also don't remember getting that good a card from them, so let's go and play them first and then see how we do. Which is the person over here, which would be Hugo. What's my marker on the map that's confusing me? Is that where I put it for the hidden location? Yeah, okay. Get rid of that. Right, where are we now? Yep, we're going to this one. Who is up the stairs? Okay. Yeah. Well, that was not a good shortcut, was it? Where am I going? Which door is it? I'm confused. Oh, it's one of the armors. Yeah. The blacksmith, in fact, because the armor you only play the armor if it's no, you only play the blacksmith if it's part of that quest with the ruckus in the graveyard. It's the only way you can play him that I remember. Can't remember if he's any good. Can't remember what card he gives you, but there you go. Let's have a look. Alright, at least I have the chance of getting Olaf this time. Right, so he's Northern Realm, so this is already going to be pretty tricky. And because I've unfortunately started with 2 of the Gaunters, that's not good. Right. So I'll start off with the cow card. I like starting with the cow card because it transforms at the start of the next round. And it also... Oh, damn, no decoy. Okay. It also gives you a pretty good indication of what, you know, obviously you see their move first. It's a good idea of oh my life. Right, okay, well, this is not shaping up great, but we'll see how it goes. Oh dear. Dagnammit! So I'll just play some of my weaker cards. I'd be almost tempted to just forfeit this round because it'll make them use more cards, and then I can get some back from the graveyard, so we'll see what happens. Alright, cool. Okay, that was good. I'm not going to use my leader ability here because there's a chance that my leader ability in the third round pulls one of their spy cards out of the deck, so I'm going to just leave that. Let them have this round. Don't want to play anything else because there's a higher chance that I don't get one of the spies if I do that. Alright, now Northern Realms does have some medics and stuff, so I'll see what gets pulled back first. Hopefully I'll pull back one of their decoys. In fact, I just pulled the cow card, which is absolutely useless and the worst one you can pull. Now before they get to use any medics or anything, I don't have anything to bring back anything from my graveyard, so I want to get rid of theirs straight away. That's actually very effective versus Nilfgaard decks as well, which is really useful. So if you're playing a Nilfgaard deck, making tactical use of that leader ability is really cool. Right, so we're just going to see what they've got, and then we'll use our Commander Horn at the end as late as possible. So we can put it on the most advantageous row, which will probably end up being whichever row I end up putting Olaf on, depending on if they have any weather to play. So it's looking like this is going to be straight brute force. So that'd make that a 5 and a 7, so there'd be 12 on that row, whereas this would add 4 to that row, so this would be the highest one. Yep. I don't really have any options, I just got to see what they've got to play, and if they outmuscle me, they outmuscle me, which looks like it may well happen, but so it depends on what sieges they've got and things. Right, cool, looks like I win that actually, because there's no point in them having played that, unless, yeah, no, there was no point in them having played that, so, because if they have a different weather one, they just played that and then skipped, because they'd have won. So, sweet! Another win. What do we get? Cambi! Oh, Cambi's good actually. Yeah, Cambi's cool. Cambi's like the cow card, except it turns into a Heimdall hero card instead. That's another really good one that you can use the default leader ability. So I'll have to remember to add that to my deck. Next I'll run this way and play the Preferred Merchant, who is one of my absolute favourite people in Toussaint. Am I going the right way? Perfumery Merchant's this way, right? Yeah, somebody to play on the way. I'll see if the tavern's open, because you can go in this building. Sometimes you can't get in the building, which is weird, but... Right. Oh, it's not this building. It's down below. Let's see if we can get down here. Yeah. Right, so you have to get here, but sometimes it doesn't let you in, so which I think would be a time of day thing, but I'm not 100% sure. Right, let's have a look, shall we? Because there's definitely somebody to play in here, but the door's like sometimes locked, or maybe it's the other door you have to go in. I don't know. How do you get into this place? It always annoys me, this. It's like, well, how do I get in? Can't get in there, can't get in there. So where's your other door? Is it here? Right, so it's not letting me in. Maybe it is a timing thing. I don't know. Try and get in again. There's this person, but I don't. Is this the person? Is this the person you play for Gwent? I don't think it is. I think it's the other person. Oh, whatever. I'll try and meditate again. Just want to play the actual person who it is. I don't think this is the person you play for Gwent. It doesn't look like it on the map either.
May I get you anything?
Yes!
Yes.
Oh my life. Right, it's not this person anyway, so it doesn't matter. Baker, want to be able to get into here. It's not letting me. So annoying. Right, let's try this. Is it a timing thing? We'll find out. Anyway. Oh my life. I cannot remember this. I cannot remember how you get in there. Let's try and go upstairs and get in from the other way, but It's just there's a person on the bottom floor. She's like a barkeep or whatever, and you can get in there. Right. Oh right, so she's on this floor. That's why. I was misremembering that. Cool. Right. Don't think she has anything interesting in stock, but we will just check. I stand corrected. She has a ton of stuff. So these you can buy from other places, but a lot of them will just be for sale from these various people, which is quite fun. So you can just collect a few of those all at once. Get a couple of Mandrake cordial and cherry cordial if she's got it. Let's get a couple of those, and then we'll try and beat her at Gwent. Again, can't remember if she's any good. Most of the players in Toussaint are pretty good, so we'll have a look. Don't really want to have both the Cambi and the Cow card in my hand, because they're a bit boom or bust, and as we saw last game, they don't synergize well with that particular leader ability. So this would be a slightly risky mulligan, because I could have quite easily got another one of these and then had to mulligan it away again. So I'm not going to do that now. I'm good with that. So, alright hand. He's got the she's got the Hearts of Stone leader ability. Oh no, she's not. That's a really good one actually, but oh well. So again, good idea to try and use Burner and these cards so that you can bring one of them back and then send them to the graveyard afterwards. That's pretty good little use of those. Or you can draw one back with decoy, but really we want to be using the decoy with Burner. So I'll use some of my worst cards and see if I can get them to play a few of theirs. Right, so that's not actually an insurmountable lead, so I'm going to actually play one of the other cards. Try and get them to play something really good. And they just took a ghoul, which is really, like, if they take a vampire and then you send them all to the if you take a vampire and then you send them all back to the graveyard, that's really not good. I probably want to pass this, but then they just play another card. Yeah, we'll do this. Try and get them to play another one of the big ones. That kind of counts. That's decent. And then I'll use Burner and a couple of the others to bring those back. They always play the Karen on the wrong side. It's really weird. Right, so I'll pass this, and then I'll use Burner and the decoys to bring a load back. Right, let's see what they play. Oh right, that's good. Okay, so I want to play one of these back, and then let me have a think. I want to play Burner again. No, I want to send these back and then take Burner off, so I've definitely got her, and then send everything to the graveyard. So they'll start with 4 and I'll start with mustering. Maybe the ideal thing would be for me to get the 2 long ships and then bring back the Gaunter card with the muster. So we'll see what happens with that. That'll do. Still good. I don't really have many plays here, so I've just got the same plays to bring this back. Nothing else I can do really, so they just had a lot more cards than me. And double those up, and then it's just, do they have enough cards to win? So we'll see what they get. Well, that was less than ideal. Couldn't play around that anyway, so yeah, I'll lose that one. because I sent the ghouls back, they'll get the muster of those 2 points as well. But, and that's why it would have been bad if they'd have done the other one. But yeah, we lose. Oh. Couldn't do anything about that. Scorch couldn't play around that. And like I say, until we get the better cards, it can be tricky to play around. So, and this is why we bet the minimum amount. But
I know.
It's cool when you do build them up. I mean, really, I could quite easily go and get the some of the other really strong cards. Like you always get them from a set point. So no biting frost, so I'll probably look for that. All those are really useful, apart from maybe that Holger one. Hjalmar's useful. Right, okay, that's not bad. Okay. Have a look there. So I'll play Hjalmar first. I absolutely love having Olaf and Berna. That's really strong. So they've got a load of. She's not got a great deck. She's got like an okay. She's got the good leader card ability, but nothing amazing. So we can play some of these. Okay. Get some of those as well. Right. That gives me a pretty good lead, and they've started that, which is good. So, what I could do is I could just take back one of the long ships and then pass the next round. But instead what I'll do is I'll play Berna and Olaf, and we'll do it that way instead. Which way is going to be better? Because I'll play Berna and Olaf, and then I can take one of these back. Yeah, that's a better way of doing it. So if I take one of these back, I still win because they've passed and they've only got 2 cards left. So they got really bad. They didn't have good muster draws with those anyway, so they must have had a lot of the ghoul cards or Arakas cards in their hand, so they pulled them from their hand instead of the deck, which is what you never want. Right, so now what I can do is I can pull Olaf back again, and I just win this round because I make them play everything, and then I win from that. So even if they pull this, and then I can do that, and I can just pass this round. So they'll keep one of their cards, but I'll be guaranteed to either get Olaf or Berna. So I'll have Olaf start in the next round, guaranteed, whichever way you want to do it. So like that, in fact, because even though I didn't get Berna, it was able to muster that one. Right, okay, so now they're done. And yeah, just play all those and I win. Obviously I can just pass, but whatever. Yeah, you lose. Do love winning, Gwent. Right, cool. What do you win from her? Anything decent? Drake Bondu. It's alright. It's not really worth doing that until you've got the third one of the long warships, and then they can be really strong. This is away. I think that's probably the Duke called Kamalengo. Now, I seem to remember him having a pretty good deck, but we'll try and win anyway. Where are we going? Yep, going through here. Or is this the Perfumery Merchant? Oh yeah, this is the Perfumery Merchant, if I've not played them already. Now he's got a really good Nilfgaardian deck, so I might get fed up playing him.
Welcome back.
Because his deck is annoyingly good. I might come back when I've got some good stuff and beat him. I can go and get the Ceres and the Shield Maiden cards. So like the best ones to get are Ceres and the Shield Maiden cards. So I think you only start off with 1 Shield Maiden card, so it's a good idea to try and get that. So, oh nice. Okay, so this is a pretty decent draw, and that was a really good swap out for those as well. So let's see what he's got first. Again, I'll start off with this just because I can pull one back with the decoy. Oh, he's got a Skellige deck. I thought he had a Nilfgaardian deck. Am I not playing the Perfumery Merchant here? I might not have been paying attention. It's dark. Right, so they've got Geralt there. Don't really want to play Hjalmar next yet. We'll have a look. Try and get some strength on this row. See what they've got to play. Right, that'll do me for this round. I'll just try and get them to play as much as possible. They passed, which is great, which means they can no longer do anything about me taking this back, from what I remember. Yeah. Right, okay, that's good. That's very good actually, because it means I can send everything to the graveyard, wait to see what they play first. So I can play these two, and unless they scorch these, which there's less of a chance because they've just played Villain Tretameth, then I can send them to the graveyard. So because they've got Villain Tretameth in their Skellige deck, it also means that at the start of the next round, unless they play more cards, they're going to play Vil. So I don't want to play the second one of this, because what would happen is I'd summon these two and they'd be like 24, and then they'd automatically summon Vil as one of theirs, and it'd cancel it out, so that's not actually good. So I'll play this hero card and try and bait them into playing something a bit stronger like that, which is great. And then I'll play this. Right, that's good. So then I'll scrap those in the graveyard. They should have to play something else, and so what this means is that yeah, that's really good. So they win this round, they will pull back either 8 or 11, but because I'll only be pulling one of the crack warriors, Villain Tretameth won't instantly scorch it, and that means that I can then play the Gaunter, because these have been sent back to the graveyard. This will summon the other two, so this will be 12. So I'll start off with 12, then I'll play the other Gaunter, and then I can decoy something back if I want as well. So I'll decoy this back in case they've got like a Scorch or another Vil, and it also puts me ahead in the turns because I've got the card advantage already, so I can see what their last two cards are and then work around that. Doesn't matter if they use their leader ability, because there's nothing to send back to the graveyard for me, because I've already done it with my leader ability. Yeah, and now so I win this easily because there's nothing else they can do. So I'll put that down. Nothing they can do about it. They have to pass because they've run out of turns, and then I double up. So this is what I mean. I'd have started with that 24 from having the two crack cards, but they would have brought back Villain Tretameth at the time because they'd only played that one of those two cards. So that actually went really well. Is this the Perfumery Merchant though? I could have sworn he had a Nilfgaardian deck. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Alright, cool. Right. Whilst we're here, we'll just see if we've got anything else that we can make. Because I did buy stuff for... or I thought I'd bought stuff for White Gull. See if he's got any Arenaria back. I think I'd bought his stock of Arenaria already, had I? Oh, he didn't have Arenaria. I bought the stock from the other lady. Right, that's fine. Still don't want to buy any of that stuff. I made those decisions already and nothing has changed since. Need to pick up some Arenaria, which is why you should often collect it whenever you find it in the game. Right, fantastic. So who else have we got? Now this is the Ducal Camerlengo, who gets you the other... what card did I get then? Light Longship, excellent. Definitely want to add the third one of those. That makes that a lot better as a muster one. I'll do that now before I forget. So we add the Light Longship, so we've got 3 of those. And that means we can take out one of the other lackluster 4 strength cards. Like that one so far. There's no point having either of these until you get the Mardrome element of the deck sorted for the Berserker, or until you get the Shield Maidens for using with the Keris card, or just even for using by themselves, because they're really, really strong. I love those cards. So, but we're fine doing it geographically for now. You could prioritize going and getting the Shield Maidens and Keris, but like the Yeah, I know somebody called Keris, and that's why I keep saying Keris instead of Ceres. So it's Ceres in this game, isn't it? Yeah, and Keris is the person who I know. Oh my life. But yeah, let's have a go. So you can prioritize getting either the leader ability from this guy or the other one. So does he have the thing that prevents the leader ability from working? I think he does. So this subtly changes how the deck works, or not subtly, changes it quite drastically. Cancel the leader ability, so I can't send things back to the graveyard. So when I use these, I want to actually use them later in the game now. And I want to actually try and play as few cards as possible. So I'll play that hero card. If he's got both the archers, then I can get a huge turn with this. Yeah, if he's got the medic card, then I can play that as well. I might see if I can get him to play the another of those strong cards. Yeah, like that. Now the problem with this deck obviously is that it has medics as well. So, oh, that's interesting. Right, so now this is great because I can just put everything on the last round, because I'm guaranteed to get those two back. So that's absolutely fab, and I'll be able to play the other one as well. So what do I want to do? Currently, I'm guaranteed to get those other two back. So let's have a look at this. Unless they play a spy, I'm in really good shape here actually. So I can bring this back. Now they have to play another one, because otherwise I could still win. Right, and then I can pass this, so they'll win, but I'll start off the next round with 24 strength. And then if they scorch them, I've still got this one for 6, but if they don't scorch them, they're in big trouble. Big trouble, because I can just put down the third of this, and unless they have a biting frost, it's extremely strong. So I'll put down one of these first. They bring back the medic, they bring back the 10 strength siege card, yep. Unless they've got weather or something, I think they're just going to get out-muscled here. Which is one of the cool things about the Skellige deck. It works like it is about the resilience of the region and stuff. It's really quite cool. So I'm going to play this first, in case one of their last two is a Scorch. I'm trying to play it so that I don't get all 4 cards being 12 strength at once. If I play this and they have a Scorch, that absolutely blows me out. So it's actually better for me to do this, and then if they've got a Scorch as that last card, I lose all that strength, but then I get this one back. Yeah, but they just get out-muscled instead, so hey, that was pretty clean. So yeah, when you get the slightly better balance of cards, you get rid of some of the weaker, like 4 strength ones. Those Gaunter cards are really, really good to get, because you can buy those without having to play any Gwent. You get them from the Hearts of Stone, and I'm assuming if you've got the one expansion, you've also got the other. So now we just gotta go and play this person. Who's this? Oh, this is the Tailor. What deck has the Tailor got? Is he hiding behind this screen? Yes, he is. Hello, Pierre. What do you give me, I wonder? See if he's got anything to buy. Oh, I forgot to check if the other dude had anything. Oh, never mind. Yep, rounded to Gwent. There we go.
In the mood for a rep?
Yes, why not? Right, what did I get? I got the leader card, but I like playing around with this card, so we're good. Right, so again, he cancels the leader ability, so it wouldn't have mattered which one he had there. What have we got? We've got the one long ship, we've got all 3 of these. What a great hand. Right, so I can do that and then mulligan that again. That's absolutely fab. So same thing, we want to be playing these cards first instead of later. And we don't want to be playing Camby if we can at all help it. So I'll play these. And then I can always decoy one back if they're not going to play any spies or anything other than mysterious what's its face. I can always decoy one back. So I'll go for that. They might have another spy to play, but I can't do anything about that. Okay, So they've wasted one of their decoys on that, which is good. Much better than them doing a medic or anything else. Right, and again, that's absolutely brilliant for me, because they're going to have to play at least one card, obviously. And I can just pass this round, and then just leave them to it. So I'm just going to leave that. So they win on the tie, and they've got a lot of cards now, which is the only danger. But I still think this is my best route of winning. So see if they've got a Scorch, which obviously they may have, but doesn't look like it. I'll play Camby just to waste a turn, because there's no other use for that. But I didn't want to risk playing that Camby card and then just getting the Camby and one of these back. I would rather start off with the guaranteed 24. Okay. Yeah. Alright, cool. And if they don't have a Scorch, then it's just going to be whether they can outvalue me. So unless they have Scorch or Vil, or more Siege cards, and there aren't that many Siege cards in the Nilfgaardian deck relative to the other stuff it has. They could definitely outvalue me here with either those type bond cards, or with a Commander's Horn on that row, or with some of the big 10-point cards, but we're getting a pretty good score together here, so it depends on what their last 4 cards are. So I'll play this last one, then we see what happens. Right, so I think we're in pretty good shape, because they'd have played a Scorch or a Biting Frost if they had it or whatever. So they bring one thing back, it's not anything that can Scorch. 2 useless medics. Yeah. Beat the Nilfgaard deck, nice. What do we get? Did he have the Harlequin mask then? Young Berserker, excellent. There should be one more Young Berserker to get. I don't know exactly where it comes from. I might just buy that mask, because I can't remember if you can get that from... What's his name? What's the name of that dude? Dandelion's cross-dressing friend. Cross-dressing? Is that a politically correct term? I honestly don't know. I don't mean to be offensive if it is, so sorry. God damn it. Eliad, yeah. Right, so there's a load of good stuff in the tourney grounds to get. These two, I don't remember being that good. I think one of them's the Skellige Storm. It's not that great. So I'm gonna get... So that's the dock, so I want to go to the tourney grounds instead. So, yeah, we'll go this way. It's about the same length of time. Quite a long little run. But let's have a look.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Whoa, that's a long drop. Right, so we don't go down that way. Try and go this way. Less familiar with this area of Toussaint, especially when it's dark and I can't see what the hell's going on. Whatever. Run, Geralt! I don't have the fast travel marker for the tourney grounds, because I've not been there yet, so might as well run anyway, because if you get on Roach, there's nothing particularly useful on it. If I remember, I'll just speed up this section of running about. I probably won't remember, so apologies for you having to listen to me prattling on. So there's the first marker for the tourney grounds. This is the barber. Also going to change my hairstyle, because why not? Cool. We're going to go with the... I'm going to...
Need a bit of...
Yeah, a bit of grooming. We are going to go with... the... what's that dude's name? The Skilgannon the Damned from David Gemmell's books. I love Skilgannon, so we're going to go with the Skilgannon look for now. Yeah. That's why it's one of my favourite styles, is to have the ponytail and clean shaven. It's like Skilgannon the Damned. Those are good books if you ever want to read the Draenei series. Although really, that's the Nashonite part of it, but yeah. Right, so Young Berserkers we can add in a bit, but I'm going to retool the deck when I get the other Mardrome and things. So for now I'll just stick with how it is, the sort of brute force aspect of it. So there'll be plenty of time for doing other stuff later on. So again, trying to mulligan the muster card, so we only have one of them, which is great. Right, so start off playing the weaker cards, so that I can try and send things to the graveyard afterwards. At least they give me the chance to do any of that. Okay, so that's not bad. So again, I play the things that I don't mind getting rid of. So like, as it stands, they have a good chance of getting like 2 of these 4 in the 3rd round, which would put me at a massive disadvantage, but it's actually good for me to bait their stuff out and then send it to the graveyard afterwards. So I'll just do that now. Pass this round, and then I'll play all of my stuff to try and win this next round, obviously. And unless they have Ceres, then we're pretty good. Right, that is actually brilliant for me, because if they'd have had that and I'd have sent it to the graveyard, then they could have pulled all. If I'd have used my leader ability first and then they used Ceres, these 2 would have gone back into their deck. So when they played that, it would have pulled all 3 and I'd have lost 2-0. But as it stands, we're actually alright here. So we need to win this round, so we'll play Halmar, and then we'll see what else I can get out of them. Oh, nice. Okay. So basically, I play one of these. I get 2 of them back, so I start off with 8 and they only start off with 4. And that puts me at an advantage with the card tally being 4 all. And unless they have like a Skellige Storm or something to reduce the ranged, I start off an advantage and I should be able to win with Commander's Horn, so we'll see. Okay, Villain Tresmeth not doing anything there, that's great. See what else they've got to play. So unless they have a couple of these in a Mardrome, their leader ability isn't doing anything because I planned that out to work properly, so that's great. And we'll see what they've got. Dandelion, fantastic card, but not going to win it for them here. So it just depends on what their last card is, and as long as it's not a Skellige Storm or a ranged, then we're alright. And they have nothing to bring back because they already scrapped their graveyard. Nice! That's what I love the Skellige deck. You can get some really cool little things with it. Enter the tournament. I don't want to enter the tournament. Where are all my other people gone? Find other win stronger. No, I've still got loads of cards to win. Oh wow, that's annoying. So it's not going to show me where everyone is it? Oh, what? GWENT. Oh, collect all the missing cards. There we go. Right, cool. That was going to annoy me. Yeah, we good. Cool. Right, so this is the you need a certain number of cards to be able to enter the tournament, but this other quest will still let you find out all the people that you want to play, so that's good. Oh, I need to equip my saddlebags, don't I? Buy a load of cards there. Sell all this stuff again. Not that I ever use food, but anything that's not revitalize 15 for 60 seconds is basically terrible. So we can sell all this. Alright. Yeah, basically, unless it's 15 for 60 seconds, it's one of the worst food items, so it's like... Oh, it's a lesser food item, so just don't need them. Honeycomb we'll keep because they sell for more anyway. And get rid of the rest. Not that it matters, but I've just decided that's what I'm doing now, so there we go. Give me the dumplings. Where are the dumplings? Oh my life. That's so weird, it won't let me highlight the dumplings. Alright. Reorganise everything. Stupid things. Look like pasties. British pasties. Anyway. And we'll sell all this junk. She gives good prices for stuff, so we can sell this to her. Get rid of this. All this garbage. Wow, you get a lot of some of that stuff. I have a feeling you need wax for something, but I can't remember what it is. It's obviously nothing major. We can sell most of it anyway. Get rid of the pelts, only keep a couple of those. I think I actually stashed a couple of them anyway as well, so it doesn't really matter. Though I don't have to keep a large number. Sell the pig hides. Hey all, that's the first Gwent episode. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment and sub. We've got another Gwent episode soon on the path.